Hi, I have a special guest with me today for the ASMC's 75th Jubilee podcast. Today I have with me Joshua Moser. Could you give a quick introduction about yourself there, Josh?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Josh Moser. I currently serve in the Army at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, as the comptroller for General Leonard Wood Army Community Hospital, and I've been there for about a year. I've actually served in the Army though for 19 years.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad that you were able to join us today. I know you have a unique position working on the 75th Jubilee yourself. Could you tell us about that?
Yes, absolutely. I was asked if I would be interested in serving as the chair for the early careerists, where we basically pull uh, key members out and highlight those that are the up and coming in the comptroller world across DoD, not just Army medicine.
Awesome. And what are some of the goals, things that you would like to see?
Some of the things I would like to see is building a community, especially of us that are the early and mid careerists, the younger folks that have a reliable network when we all have questions that we can reach out to, knowing that there are people there to answer them for us. That is one of the biggest goals I have, and also to just bring new ideas into it. Because obviously, the more people that actually contribute to it, usually the better the ideas are, and the more likely they get implemented.
That's awesome because I think I hear this all the time, especially with junior, early careerists within the FM community. Is they don't know who to turn to. They don't see again. They don't know some of the how to get some of their questions answered, and so it's great to have somebody like you to go out there to give them advice and to build this network in which the early careerists can lean on each other, learn from each other. One of the things that I do is I enjoy mentoring people. And as I mentor individuals, I tell them to do three things. One is go ahead and have somebody senior to you that can mentor you.
Mhm.
Two, go out there and have individuals at your rank or your grade so that you can go ahead and share your problems, issues, and concerns. And three, go out there and mentor others. And so I think this is great what you're doing, and I appreciate the hard work that you're doing because I know you get paid a lot to do this. Is that correct?
Oh, so much. It's free 99, as they say.
So with the community that you want to build and some of the things that you see for the future, um, how do you think ASMC can help the early careerists in becoming better at what they do?
Well, it's a community already established at this point because a lot of the individuals that join at ASMC are either already CDFM qualified or part of the FM community from the get go. So really, ASMC is more of the leveraging tool at this point to actually bring all of us together. And at this point, it's very similar to what you said with the mentoring. It's actually getting out there and finding the right senior mentors, and then obviously working amongst each other at our levels to actually solve our problems or to be able to go to those people. But I think the ASMC piece is the part that's often forgotten about, that there's already a community established. It's just we haven't done a very good job of actually advertising the true value of this community.
I really like your insight in that, in that we already have an established community, and I think more often than not, people feel afraid to go out and reach up to senior level individuals, right? Because they're like, oh boy, that individual is a full bird colonel or a general or a SES or a GS-15. Oh boy, I think they're too busy. They don't have time for me. And I, more often than not, if you just reach out, those individuals want to help you, develop you, give you advice. And I really like that you are going to go out there to be able to draw those individuals in and to better our community at the end of the day. So I appreciate that about you. Um, with that said, tell us a little bit about your journey in the ASMC community.
So my introduction to ASMC was actually a little bit over a year ago. So I'm a relatively new member to ASMC myself. What really interested me in it is that it is the premier certification for our job, for what we do on the daily grind. And so that is what intrigued me in it, was to earn my CDFM, my Certified Defense Fund Manager. And so my introduction to ASMC was actually the EDFMT course, where I really got a very good understanding of the broad overview of what it is to be in DoD finance. Because it is its own little niche and it has all its own little isms. So to get that kind of an introduction to it, and then eventually, over the course of the month after that course, earn my CDFM, was just a um, very unique and amazing experience within itself, because it kind of showed me that, hey, I can do this. I can study it and I can learn it. And then for the ASMC part, it was actually, once I got that certification, talking to others who had it and talked about the value of going to PDI every year, and networking with higher ups in the DoD FM community. As you said, reaching up to mentors who are already been there, done that, and want to share what they have learned. It reduces the learning curve as somebody new into the community, because those questions that might take me weeks or a month to figure out, I know now I have mentors I can literally pick up a phone and call and get an answer almost immediately. And even if they don't know it, they point me in the right direction, and I can find that answer way quicker than trying to dig into all the different resources we have available as FM managers.
No, I feel as though in the community that you and I are both in, which is in the healthcare sector, I think that's very well established, especially going through the internship. And I really hope that we can expand on that for the rest of the FM community, because each of us face different issues, different problems, but somebody's already paid the path for that and they already know the answers. And that just makes it so much easier. So
Mhm.
I appreciate you in again leading this effort. Any last comments before we close?
No, just anyone who would like to reach out to me, please do. You can find me on Global, or my email address is joshua.p.moser, Moser, .mil@health.mil. I would gladly talk to anyone about the value, or point you in the direction of a senior mentor.
I appreciate all you do. And again, thank you for taking the leadership on this. And I look forward to great things that you'll be doing with this program. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity.
All right. Again, I'm ending this as Jamie Hansen. I am with Bourbon and Biz. Again, if anybody out there would love to be part of this podcast, please reach out to me. And my email address is hansenarmy@yahoo.com. That's HANSEN Army@yahoo.com. Thanks again.